Hi children, I welcome you for the Soci class. In last class we discussed about the lesson Advent of the Europeans. The topic is Vasco da Gama, Portugal, Francisco de Almeida, Alfonso de Albuquerque, Nino de Chunca. So this lesson today we are going to see about Dutch in Tamil Nadu, British. So the Dutch followed the Portuguese into India. The Dutch followed the Portuguese into India. So first which European countries came to India means Portuguese. Because who discovered the route? Bartholomew Dias, he reached up to southernmost point of Africa. But after Bartholomew Dias, Vasco da Gama, another Portuguese sailor, reached the southernmost point of Africa and he reached Calicut in Kerala. And the Dutch followed the Portuguese into India. So after Portuguese, which European countries came to India means Dutch. In 1602, the United East India Company of Netherlands. The Dutch East India Company is called Netherlands only Dutch. So was formed and it received the sanction of the government to trade in East India. So last class we discussed about what is called East India. So India is located in East. So which country? India. So only is called as East India Company. So which European countries they came to India means is called as Portuguese East India Company or Dutch East India Company or British East India Company. So East India Company is common, but based on European countries it will change. Okay. So the Dutch got the permission, the Netherlands, and they came to India and they started the company as Dutch East India Company. So after their arrival in India, the Dutch founded their first factory in Masulipatinam. So Dutch came to India, they started the factory in Masulipatinam. So Masulipatinam where is located? Andhra Pradesh. Andhra Pradesh in 1605 they started the company. Portuguese. After the Dutch captured Nagapattinam near Madras from the Portuguese. So Madras. So if you see in the before the 1969, Tamil Nadu capital is Madras. How we call as Tamil Nadu is a capital, before it is Madras. But after 1969, during the Chief Minister of Annadurai period, the Madras renamed Tamil Nadu. From 1969 only, our state is called as Tamil Nadu. At same time, during the Chief Minister of Karunanidhi, in 17 July 1996, the Madras renamed Chennai. Okay. So they captured Nagapattinam near Madras from the Portuguese and made this place as a stronghold in South India. So South India means in our country, which places is located in south side is called as South India. For example, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka. So this all example for South India. And at first Pulicat was their headquarters. So when Dutch arrival of India, in that period the first capital of Dutch is Pulicat. Later they shifted to Nagapattinam in 1690. The most important Indian commodities. So commodities means goods. So traded by the Dutch were silk, cotton, indigo, rice and opium. So indigo means it is one of the plants for using colors, and opium means alcohol. So this is important commodities. So commodities means goods is called as commodities. Important commodities for Dutch. Then the important factors in India were Pulicat, Surat, Chinsura, Kasim Bazar, Patna, Nagapattinam, Balasore and Cochin. These are important factories for Dutch East India Company. And the English East India Company remained engaged in the rivalry with the Portuguese and the Dutch throughout the 17th century. So first which European countries came to India? Portuguese. After Portuguese, which country came to India? Dutch. So after Dutch, which country came to India means English. So English East India Company remain engaged the rivalry. Rivalry means competition for Dutch and Portuguese during the 17th century. So in that period in 1623, the Dutch cruelly killed 10 English traders. So during 1623, Dutch East India Company killed 10 persons in English. So this incident accelerated the rivalry between the two European companies. So battle was started, Dutch East India Company and English East India Company, because Dutch killed English. So their final collapse came with their defeat by the English in the Battle of Badara in 1759. So Battle of Badara. Badara means place, battle means fight. So mostly in the history we learn about Battle of Badara, Battle of Plassey. So this all you are going to learn in history. So battle means fight, Badara means which place they started the fight. Okay, so Battle of Badara in 1759, the English defeated Dutch East India Company. So the Dutch lost their settlement one by one to the English and was completely wiped out by the year 1795. So completely declined by English East India Company in 1795. So after next we are going to see about Dutch in Tamil Nadu. So before we saw how they ruled in India. So Dutch East India Company how they ruled in India. But after the Battle of Badara in 1759, English defeated the Dutch East India Company. But during the period when Dutch arrived in India, in the time how they ruled in Tamil Nadu. So Dutch in Tamil Nadu. So the Portuguese who established their control over Pulicat since 1501 overthrown by the Dutch. So before the 1502, who is the most powerful company in Tamil Nadu means Portuguese. But after 1502, Dutch defeated the Portuguese and captured Pulicat. And in Pulicat, the Dutch built the fort Gelria in 1613. After got over the Pulicat, the Dutch built the fort Gelria in 1613. So this fort was once the seat of Dutch power. One of the power of the fort is this fort Gelria in 1613. The Dutch established their settlement at Pulicat in 1610. The Dutch established their power. Settlement means the settling down. That means Dutch East India Company, the important residency for this Tamil Nadu. So Dutch established their settlement at Pulicat in 1610. So diamonds were exported from Pulicat to the western countries. So diamonds were exported. What is the difference between export and import? From our country to, if you are export to other country means it is called as export. What is called import? From other country we are import, our country means called as import. So diamonds one of the export to the western countries. From our countries, the diamonds is one of the important commodities for other countries. For which countries? Western countries. So it is western countries. India is located in east side. So it is east countries. So only East India companies. So Europe is located in west side. So it is called as western countries. So from our country they are exported to west countries. Which one? Diamonds. So the other Dutch colonial forts and possessions were Nagapattinam. So like Pulicat, so other important settlement for the Dutch East India Company is Nagapattinam, Punnagayal, Porto Novo, Kadalur and Davanpattinam. Fine children. I hope you understand about Dutch. So after arrival of Portuguese, next followed by arrival of India is Dutch East India Company. So after Dutch, so which company's arrival our country means British. On 31st December 1600. So when British came to India means 1600. So on 31st December 1600, Elizabeth, the Queen of England, they granted the charter. What is called charter? Charter means like constitution. How we are following the constitution? One of the important agreement is charter. So on 31st December 1600, Elizabeth, the Queen of England, granted a charter to the Governor and Company of Merchants of London to trade with East Indias. So we discussed already what is called East Indias. So India is located in east side. So it is called as East India Company. So British East India Company. So the company was headed by the governor. When they started the company, East India Company, the head of the company is governor and the court of 24 directors. So one governor and 24 directors, and Captain Hawkins visited Jahangir court in 1608 to get certain concessions for the company. So it's called Jahangir. So Jahangir is a Mughal ruler. Okay, so in our India, one of the important dynasty is Mughal dynasty. So one of the ruler is Jahangir. So Jahangir only gave the permission to British to start the company in India. So what purpose they gave the license? Only for trade. But later they captured India and they ruled in India. So who gave the permission to British East India Company means the Mughal dynasty. Jahangir, the emperor of Jahangir, gave the permission. So Captain Hawkins visited Jahangir court in 1608 to get sudden concession for the company. He secured permission to raise the settlement at Surat. So Captain Hawkins asked permission to start the company in Surat. But however, the emperor cancelled the permission. But Jahangir cancelled the permission because under pressure from Portuguese. In that time, who is the most powerful company in India means Portuguese. So pressure of the Portuguese, Jahangir didn't give the permission to East India Company. Okay. Later in 1612, so when it was happened, 1608. But later in 1612, the English Captain Thomas Best inflicted the severe defeat over the Portuguese in a naval battle near Surat. So in 1612, the battle was started, English and Portuguese in the naval battle near Surat. Naval means coastal area near the Surat. In that period, Mughal Emperor Jahangir permitted the English to establish their factory in 1613 at Surat, which initially became the headquarters of the English in Western India. So during the battle, English defeated Portuguese. Where they started the battle? Coastal area, Surat. In that period, English defeated the Portuguese. So Jahangir, for English they got the more influence, the Jahangir court. So Jahangir gave the permission to the English East India Company. So in 1613, the English started the factory in Surat. It is the headquarters of the English in Western India. So later the Captain Nicholas Downton won another decisive victory over the Portuguese in 1614. So after the Captain Nicholas Downton defeated the Portuguese in 1614. So these events enhanced the British prestige at the Mughal court, because one by one battle was getting winning means British. So that the British got the more prestige at the Mughal court. So in 1615, Sir Thomas Roe was sent to the Jahangir court by King James I of England. So King James I of England sent the Sir Thomas Roe to Jahangir court. So Thomas Roe, the English had established their trading centers at Surat. So they got the permission to start the factories in India. So they started the factories in Surat, Agra, Ahmedabad and Brooke. And the coastline means sea area. So on the coastline of the Bay of Bengal, the English established their first factory in 1611. So English started the first factory in 1611 at Masulipatinam, an important territory of the kingdom of Golconda. And in 1639, the English merchant Francis Day. Francis Day is one of the person for the Tamil Nadu, because our Legislative Assembly is St. George Fort. So who built the St. George Fort means Francis Day and Henry Cogan built the St. George Day. So it is one of the important fort in our Tamil Nadu. So in 1639, the English merchant Francis Day obtained Madras as a lease from Channappa Nayak, the ruler of Chandragiri. So after arrival of the Francis Day, he obtained the Madras. Okay, so Madras means Chennai. So already said Madras renamed Chennai in 1996. Okay, Madras now we call as Chennai. But before it is called as Madras in 1996, the Chief Minister of Karunanidhi, in that period the Madras renamed Chennai. So in 1639, the English merchant Francis Day obtained Madras. They came to Madras and they got the piece of the land from Channappa Nayakar. He is the ruler of Chandragiri. So the East India Company built a famous factory known as Fort St. George in Madras. Same when they built the fort 1639. At present also the fort is available. That fort only is called as our state legislative assembly. Our chief minister is where they are doing the process in that St. George fort. So it was built by Francis Day and Henry Gogan, and which became their headquarters of the Madras Old East Belt and first fort built by British. So first fort of the British is St. George Fort. It is located in Chennai. Okay, so now you can understand why Chennai is one of the smallest district in Tamil Nadu. Understand? Total how many district in Tamil Nadu? There are 38 district in Tamil Nadu. But out of 38 district in Tamil Nadu, Chennai is the smallest district in Tamil Nadu. At same time, Chennai is the more population in Tamil Nadu. So only all the problem is arrival in Chennai. So because why Chennai has available more population means the British started the fort in Chennai and it is the headquarters for Chennai. So all the facilities available in Chennai. So Chennai is more population but it is small district because they got the lease from small piece of the land. So only it is very small district in Tamil Nadu. Okay, so which became their headquarters after they built the St. George Fort. So it is the headquarters for English East India Company. Next we are going to see about King Charles II. So King Charles II is the ruler of England. He received the island of Bombay. Island means four side covered water is called as island. So island of Bombay as the pot of dowry. So dowry means if any person, if they married someone, instead of asking any properties means is called as dowry. But hereafter no one should not ask the dowry because in India Act 1969 Dowry Prohibition Act, we should not ask any dowry to any others. If you ask means they will take the action. So King Charles II of England received the island of Bombay. So island means all side covered water is called as island. So island of Bombay as a pot of his dowry from the Portuguese king on the occasion of his marriage with Catherine. So King Charles II married Portuguese Queen Catherine so that he got the dowry of piece of land of Bombay. So in 1668 the East India Company acquired the island at an annual rent 10 from the Charles II pound, 10 pound from the Charles II. So he got the dowry Bombay. So East India Company, our English East India Company in 1668, they gave annual rent 10 pound and they got the Bombay. In 1619, the factory was established at Sudhanadi by Chak Charnock. So in 1690, they started the factory in Sudhanadi, started by Chak Charnock. So the Jamindar, in the Jamindari of the three villages, from the Jamindari they got the three villages of Sudhanadi, Kalikata and Govindpur was acquired by the British in 1698. So from Jamindar they got the three villages Sudhanadi, Kalikata and Govindpur in 1698. So these villages later grew. Grew means developed in the city of Calcutta. So it is one of the city in India. The factory of Sudhanadi was fortified in 1696. So they fortified in 1696 and this new fortified settlement was named Fort William in 1700. So Fort William is one of the historical monuments, is located in Calcutta. So Fort William, the name of the fort is Fort William in 1700. It was established in 1700. It is located in Calcutta. So after the Battle of Plassey in 1757 and the Battle of Buxar in 1764, the company became a political power. So if you see, for what purpose the British came to India? For trade purpose. When they arrived to India, 1600, they came to India. But when they got the full political power means after the Battle of Plassey in 1757, the Battle of Buxar in 1764, the company became a political power. Later only they started to rule in India. So India was under the East India Company rule till 1858. So when the British got the full political power means 1757 until they ruled in 1858. So company, East India Company ruled up to 1858. But after 1858, direct England government ruled in India up to 1947. Okay, so don't confuse. From 1757 to 1858, East India Company ruled in India. So after 1858 to 1947, the direct England government ruled in India. I hope you understand. So after it came under the direct administration of the British Crown. Okay, so after 1858, direct England government ruled in India. Fine, children. So I hope you understand very well. So mostly we explain about Dutch and British. Now recap. So the Dutch founded their first factory in Masulipatinam in 1605. So the Dutch established their settlement at Pulicat in 1610. So after when British got the political power, after the Battle of Plassey in 1757 and the Battle of Buxar in 1764. Okay, and the Chennai is one of the important city for British East India Company. The Dutch followed the Portuguese into India, and in 1602 the United East India Company. So United East India Company of Netherlands means Dutch East India Company was formed and received the sanction of their government to trade in East India. So East India means India is located in East. So East India Company. On 31st December 1600, the Elizabeth, the Queen of England, granted the charter to the Governor and Company of Merchants of London to trade with the East India. So England Queen Elizabeth gave the permission to 1600, but they want to get the permission from India. So who gave the permission means the Mughal dynasty. Jahangir gave the permission to English start the company in India. Very good, children. I hope you all understand very well. So please listen the class. If you have any doubt, just you contact my number anytime. Next, answer the following. So explain about the Dutch. So discussed about Dutch. So explain about the Dutch and discuss the Dutch in Tamil Nadu. So the Portuguese established the control over Pulicat since 1502, thrown by Dutch. So discuss the Dutch in Tamil Nadu. Next one, give you a detail about British. So British on 31st December 1600, the Elizabeth, Queen of England, gave the permission to start the company in India. So give you a detail about British. So complete the answer the following and submit your class teacher. Next we are going to see how much you are giving the importance for past. At same time we should give the importance of our day-to-day life. So next we are going to see the current affairs. So one of the most important question is, who is the governor of World Health Organization? The short form is WHO. So who is the governor of World Health Organization? So Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus. So Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus is the governor of World Health Organization. And next question is, which country does the governor of World Health Organization belong? So governor of World Health Organization is Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus is the governor of World Health Organization. So which country belongs to means Ethiopian, it is Africa continent. I hope you understand this session very well. So this lesson will be continued in the next class. Thank you, children.